Di langit cahaya bersinar menyinari bumi merdeka.
Bersama dengan YB Datuk Sharifah di Dun Semariang ini, kita melaksanakan program jelajah ke seluruh negara sebenarnya, ya. Program jelajah Saya Digital. Program Saya Digital ini kita menggabungkan semua kemudahan-kemudahan yang ditawarkan oleh kementerian, khususnya yang melalui MDEC, termasuk pelbagai jenis grant, dan juga program untuk mendorong masyarakat seluruhnya, termasuk mereka-mereka berada di luar bandar, supaya menyertai satu gagasan ataupun gerakan digital Malaysia.
Sangat baik, alright. Program-program yang dianjurkan daripada MDEC, Saya Digital ni juga sangat-sangat membantu saya, keluarga dan ramai lagi rakan-rakan bisnes yang lain.
In Sarawak, we had a lot of requests when the SME digitalization grants were announced. In the beginning, we were not a technology service provider, so we got a lot of calls from customers who wanted to adopt these, to get these grants. So we reached out to MDEC and we were actually made a partner. And today, I think we've helped more than 200 businesses.
Dan alhamdulillah lah, moga rakyat Sarawak juga dapat terlibat dalam Saya Digital ini. Dia sungguh mengkagumkan, sebab dunia sekarang ini tidak ada digital, amat payah untuk kita berkembangkan perniagaan ini.
Ilmu digital ni akan sampai ke seluruh pelosok Sarawak, tak kisah di mana sahaja, tak kisah umur berapa. Maksudnya bukan sebilangan orang sahaja, sebilangan umur ataupun sebilangan tempat sahaja, tapi boleh sampai ke seluruh pelosok Sarawak.
Saya Digital.
Saya Digital.
Saya Digital.
Saya Digital.
Keluarga Malaysia.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Hi, this is Jay Raman from e-commerce team MDEC. How are you guys doing today? I see a lot of familiar faces and familiar names in our group. Thank you very much for coming today. We are quite excited to present you guys about Halal cross-border e-commerce. And hope everybody is good, especially those who are in Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya and Labuan. I'm sure you guys are enjoying your special holiday today. In spite of the holiday, I see a lot of guests from Kuala Lumpur. I think probably they are calling in from their home. Many thanks, guys. I really appreciate this. So yeah, so we go today, we're going to talk about cross-border e-commerce export to United Kingdom. It's actually a merchant onboarding webinar that we're going to talk. Before we go further, allow me to give a bit of introduction about this Halal cross-border e-commerce. Halal cross-border e-commerce is actually a partnership that we are doing, MDEC is doing with Halal Street UK to enable e-commerce export of halal products to UK, United Kingdom, using their platform. Their platform is called Halal Street UK, right? So this partnership comprises of onboarding of Malaysian businesses, execution of a sales campaign to drive demand for Malaysian halal products for Winter Carnival sales campaign in UK. which we held from 13 until 31st December this year, right? So what is this Winter Carnival is all about, guys, right? So Winter Carnival is actually a grand shopping festival, usually held towards the end of November until middle of January the subsequent year to welcome Christmas celebration and so New Year's celebration. So we want to leverage on this grand big shopping festival to export Malaysian products to UK. So this year our Christmas is going to be halal in UK, all right? So this partnership will definitely give new market access to Malaysian businesses like you to tap into UK market. And I see a lot of brand owners in these webinars, a lot of halal product producers attending our webinar today. I really hope it will really benefit. And let's use this webinar to learn about what's the process, what's the procedure for us to embark to start in order for us to sell in UK, right? So yeah, before we go there, please allow me to invite our Miss Haiza Hazrin Ahmad, our Chief Business Digital Officer, to give welcoming remarks. Haiza, the screen is yours, Haiza.
Thank you so much, Jaya. Thank you so much for that. For me to match Jaya's energy today is going to be quite difficult, but thank you so much for taking your time on a Friday. And in KL right now is pretty gloomy. So I hope that, you know, all the cheerfulness that Jaya is bringing to this webinar will kind of infect everyone, because we've got quite an interesting day ahead of us. But before I go any further, I just have to say Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And salam keluarga Malaysia. A very good afternoon to my fellow speakers and distinguished guests. Malaysia, as you know, has been an undisputed leader in the halal industry, both regionally and internationally. This has been proven time and time again as the halal industry continues to make up some 15% of the country's GDP, and the halal economy is projected to grow to US 113.2 billion in 2030. So that's a huge market share, right? So the halal food and beverage F&B sector accounts for over 85% of Malaysia's total halal exports, while the halal cosmetics and personal care, my favorite stuff, industrial chemicals and halal pharmaceuticals made up a combined 13.1% of total halal exports in the first quarter of the year. So to further the growth of the industry, the government continues to introduce new initiatives and incentives to enable both local and international players to play an important role within the halal industry. So the industry has not only seen the growth of major players in the industry, guys, but ongoing efforts have also highlighted the important role MSMEs, micro SMEs can play in contributing to the growth of this segment. So along with the development of potential and existing various halal parks across Malaysia, we are all well on our way to elevate the halal industry to greater heights. So ladies and gentlemen, as an emerging leader in the halal economy, Malaysia's halal industry reach has gone beyond Malaysian shores, evidently seen in our increasing exports year after year. So as such, the halal cross-border e-commerce milestone that we are here to witness today is MDEC's partnership with Halal Street UK to enable e-commerce export of halal products to United Kingdom, UK. I'm so excited on this particular collaboration. So the partnerships comprise of onboarding of Malaysia businesses and execution of sales campaign to drive demand for Malaysia halal products in the UK. So this inaugural partnership with Halal Street UK has been identified as gateways to help execute initiatives that intensifies government's efforts with your help to grow the presence of Malaysian e-marketplace players in the global arena. So as you can see, I'm super excited right now when I'm talking. It's just completely a new ball game for Malaysian e-market players right now. We are taking you over to the UK. So additionally, this will also uplift Malaysian brands globally. And at the same time, forge a path of opportunities forward for up and coming Malaysian businesses like yourself, looking to expand their market presence via cross-border e-commerce, especially for halal products to the UK. So in facilitating the success of this industry, the Malaysian government in reviving the economy is scaling up local e-commerce industry. And in doing so, we leverage on the National E-commerce Strategic Roadmap, NESR 2.0, with the assistance from MDEC. The NESR will be guided by three overarching objectives, namely to intensify e-commerce adoption and growth, to enhance ecosystem development, and to strengthen policy regulatory environment. So through our assistance that is in line with the NESR 2.0, this campaign will be able to create opportunities to help Malaysian businesses to expand their market presence via cross-border e-commerce, especially for halal products to UK. So over the years, our initiatives such as Go E-commerce, e-Usahawan, the Digital Free Trade Zone DFTZ has helped Malaysian businesses to better equip themselves with the necessary skills and tools to not only develop locally, but also beyond Malaysian shores through e-commerce. So as an agency leading Malaysia's digital transformation efforts, MDEC will continue to introduce initiatives that are in line with the NESR 2.0 to elevate and enhance presence of Malaysian businesses through e-commerce. One of that is where we are today. So thank you so much, guys, for listening, and I wish you all the best for today. Please have fun, and also the most important thing is that stay safe. Over to you, Jaya, and I'm sorry that I can't stay too long in this webinar, but I wish you all the best and have all the fun in the world with Jaya and the gang. Bye, everybody. Over to you, Jaya.
Thank you very much, Haiza. Wonderful words. I think I'm sure a lot of our brand owners, our halal product producers who are attending this session will definitely embrace their halal export journey immediately after our webinar. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we also have today Mr. Simon Suresh, who is actually the managing director from Halal Street UK. So yeah, before I invite him, probably it's good that I give a brief introduction about them. So Halal Street UK is actually which is owned by Malaysian, is halal e-market established since 2014. They're based in Berkshire, UK, and they also have a branch office here in Bangsar South City, Kuala Lumpur. Right, it is an international B2C and B2B e-marketplaces, which caters for Muslim and also non-Muslim community and also Asians who are residing in UK and Europe. Probably Simon can share with us later how the British people love our Malaysian goods, especially the halal food, the cookies, the sweets, and also the crepe for that matter. Right. So today, Halal Street UK has more than 850 merchants on board with more than 2,500 SKUs and about 15,000 customer base. So Halal UK is the only Malaysian-owned halal e-marketplace that has established their market presence in UK and also in Europe. They're actively onboarding Malaysian exporters into this platform. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite Mr. Simon to give his presentation. But before that, I just want to give a small just a small words here. If you have any questions throughout this webinar, please post it at the Q&A box. We will answer it during our Q&A session after this. Right. So yeah, without further ado, please allow me to invite Mr. Simon Suresh from Halal Street to give his briefing. Mr. Simon, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon. I'm very happy for those in Wilayah Persekutuan who had their football team and gave them a holiday today. And to the rest of the Selangor that are very unhappy that they didn't get a holiday, I hope next year or whenever the cup is played, you win. I have my colleague Hairul here. Hairul, are you on as well?
Yep, I'm here.
So before we wanted to do something different, slightly different. So we've got the presentation is going to be slightly more than 30 minutes. We've got some slides for you. We're going to talk about really interesting and exciting things. But the most important thing I want to say is that we're here to help. We're here to help. We're here to help. So maybe Hairul, you want to spend just 1 or 2 minutes talking about Halal Street from your perspective in Malaysia currently.
Okay, no problem. Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum to everyone. Thanks for joining this webinar. And I'm Hairul, General Manager from Halal Street from Malaysia. Usually, Mr. Simon handles from UK and I handling from Malaysia. Okay, so I will share to you about what Halal Street doing at Malaysia. Okay, actually, we're looking for usahawan, for vendor from Malaysia to join our platform halalstreet.co.uk and pasarkan their product to UK. Because I know di Malaysia kita tahu susahnya untuk pasar ataupun jual produk dalam musim PKP, musim COVID. And now I dengar ada new variant, new new problem from another country come to Malaysia, and then our platform actually want help semua usahawan di Malaysia, bantu mereka pasarkan produk mereka ke UK secara tak langsung. Kita nak produk Malaysia dikenali di UK sama seperti orang selalu sebut Korean food, Thai food dan juga Vietnam food. Kita nak Malaysian food disebut di UK suatu hari nanti melalui Halal Street. Okay. That's all saya main.
Thank you, Hairul. Hari ini kamu cuti kan? Oh ya,
Iya.
semua orang cuti hari ini ya.
Ya,
Terima kasihlah kerana pagi-pagi. Oh, tengah hari ini ya. Kalau tidak tidur.
Dekat sini.
Yalah, dekat sini ni baru pukul 7.20. And for those of you who have lived in England, I know you understand in winter, the sun will set at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the evening. Jadi dekat pukul 4 petang sudah jadi malam.
Betul.
And the sun will come up quite late in the morning also. So
now pun I think winter di sana kan?
Ya, sekarang winter. Semalam 0 darjah. -2 semalam. -2 di sini. And that's and the weather is important, very important to what we are doing. So anyway, I wanted to emphasize again, we've got lots of facts and lots of interesting things, and we're here to help. We're here to help, and we're here to help. Now, if I share my screen, perhaps we can start going with the presentation. Can you see my screen? Are you able to see my screen, Harold?
Yep, I can see your screen. Maybe change to presentation view. Yeah. Nice.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for spending this afternoon. I hope you're going to go away from this learning a lot of new things and the new facts about how Malaysia can actually leverage what we're doing overseas. My name is Simon Suresh. I'm the CEO of Halal Street UK. We're based in the UK. I grew up in Puchong in Malaysia, and I have been a lawyer for about 20 years. I've lived in the UK now for coming up to about 15 years, and I have seen how unique and how special Malaysian products in Malaysia is from a distance. And I decided about 4 or 5 years ago to do something about it rather than say nobody knows enough about Malaysia. One of the things that I had to learn was that many people aren't quite sure where Malaysia is. I know we know where Malaysia is, but a lot of people, you have to explain to them it in reference to Singapore and Thailand. I'm sure you have got friends who come here. The ones who come here obviously know where it is, but a lot of the world, we are a very extremely exotic place. And a lot of them know us based on what we have in Borneo, which are the orangutans and the jungles. A lot of them get very surprised when they see the big buildings. The Twin Towers was very famous about in the 1990s, and everyone knew us for the Twin Towers. Tetapi sekarang kebanyakan orang kurang tahu mengenai Malaysia. And it is our job, and we're really happy to do this, to introduce Malaysia, Malaysian food, Malaysian culture, and take the message to the UK. So how did Halal Street start? So what is Salam Souk? Salam Souk is our Malaysian company. Salam Souk is the Malaysian company, and Halal Street is based in the UK. So we have an affiliate in Malaysia, and it's called Salam Souk. It represents all our interests. It's our agent here. It's our exclusive distributor. Everything happens. And the Salam Souk office is in Bangsa South. Hairul, you met just now, is the general manager. Now, we've got about 10 staff working in our Bangsa office, and they coordinate huge amount of work for Malaysia and a lot of it for the UK as well. So how did Halal Street start? How did a lawyer start this entire company? It's very interesting. I was working with on a very big project, and I had a Muslim colleague who was helping me, and she did a lot of work. And I said, "Let me thank you." So during lunch, we went to a local supermarket, and saya hendak membeli apa ni gula-gula untuk anak dia lah. Dia ada 2-3 anak. Sebagai apa ni, hendak berterima kasih kepada dia. And this was a very huge supermarket, but she said no, I don't want anything. Mula-mula saya ingat mungkin dia 3 kali lah kena offer 3 kali kepada dia, and she said no 3 times, and she said, Simon, I can't take anything from the supermarket. It's not halal. And I said, you mean the sweets in this huge supermarket are not halal? She goes, no, it's not. Now, when you grow up in Malaysia, you assume you can walk into a supermarket and 90% or 90% of the things you can easily buy because they're halal. It never occurred to me that most of the products in an English supermarket were not halal. So I asked her, how do you buy things? She goes, it's very difficult. And I said, what are the problem areas you have? And she said, oh, I can't find vitamins. I can't find pastes. I can't find baby food. I can't find, and a whole list of things. And that became the categories for Halal Street. Till today, those are the categories for Halal Street. The things that my friend could not find in one of the largest supermarkets in the UK. So, let's talk about the market in the UK. And this is really interesting. This is really interesting. Let's see whether we can move to the next one. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah. Now, the Muslim population in the UK is about 5%. We're talking about halal food. And when you say halal food to a Muslim person in the UK, they like it. They love it. When you say Malaysian halal food, it's like, it's fantastic. It's awesome. They really, really, really love Malaysia. They think Malaysia is one of the best countries on earth. They have no idea why I'm working in the UK. They said, what are you doing here? We all want to go to Malaysia. And I said, yeah, it's a great place. Oh, the weather's wonderful. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Everyone complains about the weather in the UK. Everyone. So if you come to the UK and you want to make friends, start complaining about the weather. They'll be your friend. Now, the Muslim population is 5%. And they started off as our initial market because they were looking for halal products, and they love Malaysian halal products, but they couldn't find it. They cannot find it. So we started small in about 2014. We said, we'll try the market and see. And, I had a full-time job and I had a lot of work coming in at that time. But every time I tried to stop the business, the e-commerce business, Halal Street, the market wouldn't let me. Somebody would say, oh my God, thank you so much. We've been trying to find this. We couldn't find it. Oh my God, thank you. Please, can you have this product or that product? And it became more than just doing business. I became dedicated and passionate about bringing Malaysian halal products to the UK because people are so thankful. But that's only 5% of the population. Now, the UK population is about 64 million. And about 5% of that is the Muslim population. Now, the Muslim population is the fastest growing population group in the UK. The normal birth rate is 1.6 in the UK, but in the Muslim community, it's 2.6. So you've got a growing market. Now, the Malaysian population, not Muslim, the Malaysian population in the UK is, I believe we've got 70,000 Malaysians living in the UK and 13,000, between 13 and 15,000 students in the UK. This sounds big, but it's actually a very small market. It's a very, very small market. But why aren't we looking at the larger market, the bigger market, the white population? And this is what happened. This is what happened. We found a lot of white people started buying from us as well. They love rendang. They absolutely think kaya is the most amazing thing on earth, but only those people who know about our products. And they came a second challenge. How do you introduce Malaysian products to the UK? You see, it's very easy to say, look at Alibaba, look at look at how they're doing business. But in China, they manufacture products that people want. It's very different to selling your own products to the rest of the world. It's like someone coming in from Senegal, having the best food in Senegal, saying, "Would you eat this?" I wouldn't. I wouldn't know anything about it. But if somebody introduced the product, so our role at Halal Street became more than just selling products online. Our job became really interesting to introduce the product, to talk to them. We attended something called the London Halal Food Festival a few weeks ago. It wasn't very long ago, probably a month and a half. And people came to our booth to try Malaysian food, and we had, the Malaysian flag. Nobody knows the Malaysian flag. They all think it's an American flag. Obviously, I knew the Malaysian flag. And they came to our booth. They looked at it. It wasn't Muslim. It was a halal festival. They looked at our food and they didn't touch it. A lot of people just walked by. And then I said, "It's Malaysian. It's Malaysian food." They all came and they said, "Oh my God, Malaysian, we love Malaysia." Then I said, "Why don't you try this? Do you know keripik basah?" Keripik basah. How would you describe keripik basah? If you say it's a crisp, when you bite it, it's not crispy. It's soft, it's chewy. So when I introduced keripik basah and I said, "Try this," the lady put it in her mouth and said, "It's not, I think it's gone bad." I said, "Bad? No, it's not bad. It's soft." Then I realized keripik basah is explanation. Explanation is the most important thing. I told her, "Look, it's chewy, it's hot, it's spicy, and it's sweet." She bought 2 bags. We sold out all our Malaysian products at that fair in one day. It was a 2-day fair. We didn't have enough stock. People love us, but only when we introduce ourselves, introduce our products. Currently, Malaysian products are only being sold to that 0.1% of Malaysians in the UK. If you go on Facebook, you talk about Malaysian products, you only see the Malaysians talking about it. "Oh, kuih ni cantik lah. Siapa yang buat ni? Oh, jam tak ada ke? Oh, siapa yang bawa serunding masuk?" Only the Malaysians. But when foreigners try our food, they love it. Now, in the UK, every Friday, there's a tradition. Every Friday, there's a tradition. Most people have fish and chips. Fish and chips. Most people have fish and chips. Now, fish and chips, 10 years ago, was you'd have the chips with salt, dan cuka, with vinegar, salt and vinegar. Today in London, you have fish and chips with curry sauce. Why is curry being promoted and not rendang? These are opportunities. We have greenfield opportunities for the Muslim market who already love Malaysia, for the Malaysians who know all about Malaysia. And by the way, the Malaysian market is the one that complains about the price the most. And the white market, the larger 95% of the market, massive market waiting for your products. But it's not so simple, is it? You've got regulations, you've got laws, you've got Brexit, you've got transportation, you've got introducing the product to the market, and finally, the look and feel. You see, in Malaysia, you've got your HACP and a lot of other things to set the standard. But in the UK, you don't have that. It's almost easier to sell in the UK. Can't be. Well, I'm a lawyer. I've worked here for 20 years. I understand. 15 years. I understand what's required by products here, what the standard is. And even then, we helped micro businesses achieve that standard. So let me go use the slides here and go one step up. Halal Street is involved in not just having an e-commerce site. We're here to help. We're here to help. We're here to help. We take your product. We look at it. We tell you what you need to do to make your product ready for the UK market. How to meet the Food and Standards Agency requirements there. Whether your product can be brought to the UK. Ada seorang yang datang jumpa saya, dia membawa Sarawak, laksa, dia bawa laksa. Saya tanya dia, apa nama laksa ni? Muar ke, Johor ke, whatever, laksa. Dia kata, no, laksa ini nama laksa U. Laksa ikan U. Saya kata, apa? Laksa ikan U? Boleh ke buat laksa ikan U? Saya kata, I'm so sorry, you can't bring shark products into the UK. You can't. There are lots of people I have to tell them, you can't sell your product in the UK. And 90% of them, they can, but some people can't. Dia kata, bukan. Saya tak guna ikan U. Ini laksa ikan. Nama saya U. So, nama dia U. Jadi, menjadikan laksa ikan U. That's really bad branding. But she was a lovely lady. And we do have people selling laksa here. I have many Malaysians who love laksa. I have local supermarkets selling laksa. Laksa is famous. Laksa is famous here. But still, there isn't enough awareness to drive. There is no point a Malaysian manufacturer go to all the trouble of sending one pallet here to the UK, and then nobody understands what it is. Katakan kaya. Kita semua kenal kaya. Kita yang bukan diabetic tentu suka. And of course, diabetics also probably love it very much. But kaya, if you don't know kaya, if you saw it on the table, it doesn't look like jam. You wouldn't touch it. You wouldn't know what it is. You wouldn't know it's sweet. You don't know it's savory. You don't know it's hot. You don't know. So you wouldn't eat it. So if you send a pallet of Malaysian products here, how is anybody going to buy it? People talk about the $1 trillion halal market. Sure, there is a $1 trillion halal market, but you need to introduce your product. You need to tell people where it comes from. So sometimes it's not about the product, it's where the country. Think about it. Kalau ada dua nenas, satu nenas Malaysia, yang sama jenis daripada Hawaii. Kalau saya perkenalkan, ini dari Hawaii. You akan pegang, wah, Hawaiian nenas ni. Bukan kerana nenas Malaysia kurang kualiti. Tetapi Hawaiian nenas adalah exotic. Produk kami adalah exotic di UK. Tak adalah, biasa sajalah. No, you can't afford to think like that. Malaysian products are exotic. We need to introduce Malaysia, we need to introduce Malaysian products, and that's what we're doing in the UK. That's what we're doing. Nobody wants to talk about it. People rather talk about statistics. What is it? What use is it to know there's a $1 trillion market? For the last 15 years, I've seen $1 trillion. But why aren't we selling? Because we're not identifying the real challenge to introduce Malaysia. And once you introduce Malaysian products, people get excited. I want to tell you that last week, we had a supermarket come to us to try and start introducing Malaysian products through them. It is a very exciting opportunity. We want to get some of our best products. We want to put a bit of welly behind it, and we want to introduce it to this new market. Not just the Malaysian 0.1%, no. To the Muslim market, to the non-Muslim market. Why shouldn't the non-Muslim market enjoy halal food? Isn't that what's happening in Malaysia anyway? So I'm not here to talk only about statistics. I'm here to explain to you that we understand the whole ecosystem. We understand the market. We understand who's doing, we understand what the needs are of our target audience. We understand what our vendors are lacking. Ada vendor yang datang kepada kami yang ada logo saja kat depan. produk mereka. So we have to take them and help them and show them what they need to put at the back of it, how to get things done cheaply, how to get things done accurately. And they're so excited when we show them how they can do it. It is one of the most amazing things bila vendor yang kecil di Malaysia dapat menjual produk di London. It's amazing. We've had so many vendors. One of the initial products that we sold, bukan makanan, hair dye, warna rambut. That became one of our hot sellers. That's amazing. We see ada macam flow. Kadang-kala produk ini naik, kadang-kala produk lain naik. And we're selling more and more. And as we join the supermarket and as we have other activities in London, other fairs to introduce Malaysia and halal, it becomes awesome. Remember, you're not going in for one market, you're going in for 3 markets. So what do? Let's say you're a vendor, you've got a product, you don't know if there's a market. First, we talk to you. Is there a market for your product? If you actually have shark products, I'm sorry, we cannot help you. But if you've got other types of products, yes, we can. Because we see your product as exotic, as different. And then we're realistic. We're not asking you to pack a pallet. We're asking you to enter the market slowly. Some products take a long time. Some products very quickly, they can run. We tell you about the challenges for shipping. We talk to you about the logistics. We help you with all that. And then we go and build a market for you in the UK. We introduce, we promote, we do social media, we do content management, we do huge things. We just started a new service called omalaysia.com. Oh, Malaysia is awesome. It's awesome. We are reaching out to all the people who would like to try foreign food. Macam mana orang Jepun dapat menjual ikan mentah dengan nasi di sini? Macam mana? My grandfather will not touch sushi. Dia kata belum masak lagi. Tetapi saya akan bayar lebih untuk makan ikan yang belum masak. My staff in Bangsa are Korean fans of Korean food. Mereka suka Korean food. Kenapa? Bukannya kita kenal culture Korea. Because of promotion and awareness. Vietnam was number 50 in the world for export. Today, they're number 25. 50 sampai 25. Malaysia, dari 20 jatuh ke 26. Because we are not introducing our food. Di London, semua orang kenal pho. Pho, P-H-O, pho. Tak tahu lah macam mana cakap tu. Semua orang kenal, oh yeah, you like that? Yeah, oh, it's fantastic, mate. Apa makanan Malaysia yang kita nak perkenalkan? Setiap tahun saya menganjurkan macam Merdeka Day untuk ramai orang, siapa-siapa pun boleh datang makan. I make nasi lemak for almost 100 people. They come, they eat, they enjoy. They love it. Satu tahun saya membuat sambal terlalu pedas. Mungkin terlalu excited, sambal menjadi pedas sangat. Saya takut semua orang akan marah saya hari kemudian. The next day, you akan rasa kan. What happened was people came to my house to tell me they want some more sambal. I said, it was too hot because we love it. We can mix it with our spaghetti. We can mix it with our chili con carne. We can mix it with our macaroni. Mereka mencari idea lain untuk makanan kita. Ramai orang di sini belum lagi rasa salted egg. Ramai orang di sini tak tahu mengenai serunding. Baru semalam kita dapat 3 order untuk 3 bungkus besar. Dari seorang Cina yang duduk di London. Orang Cina. From China, bukan orang Cina Malaysia. From China. Through Halal Street. So, I'm not going exactly according to the slides because I want to tell you the story of Halal Street, I want to show you how we are helping vendors. The small vendors, we show them how to put nutritional information, allergen requirements, what the public will look for in the UK, how to make their product acceptable, not just in the UK, but in Europe. And then we create the market over there. Kita bukan letak saja dekat website dan biarkan begitu. Who's going to buy it? Macam kaya atas meja, tak pernah makan, tak pernah cuba. Kamu takkan cuba. You have to introduce it. Right. Going down to the next slide. I spoke about the population, the Muslim population. This is Indonesia, sorry. The UK. You've got about 5 million, the Muslim population. The Malaysian population, this is incorrect. They're about 85,000 currently. Now, these are some of the services that Halal Street offers vendors in Malaysia. We talk to you about your product. We're straight with you. There's a market, there's no market. We tell you whether we can help you promote your product over there. It's cross-cultural advice. Just because you're on the internet doesn't mean somebody overseas is going to automatically buy. And if they buy your product, that doesn't mean you're going to have consistent sales, because they might be just testing it. We want to ensure slow but continuous sales for your product. Nasi lemak is an excellent way to introduce Malaysia. Do you know, when people want to diet in the UK, do you know what they eat when they want to diet? Mereka makan nasi bila mereka nak diet. Nasi. I asked my friend, I said, you're having rice? Oh yeah, I'm on a diet, Simon. I was going, you're kidding. You're on a diet, but you're having rice. Oh yeah. Because mereka lihat nasi sebagai health food. Kacang, ikan bilis, sambal, full of antioxidants. It's a health food. A lot of Malaysian products are amazing. Kuih, nobody has tried kuih here. When they eat kuih, they don't know what to expect. Lembut sangat. Kerana orang di sini, bila makan dessert, mereka panggil semua dessert pudding. When you have pudding, they expect it to be very, very sweet. Tetapi mereka makan kuih, bila makan kuih, dia kata, wah, lembutnya, lovely, gentle. They love it. The potential is awesome. But the potential is there. How do we get the products to them? We are involved in every stage. We're not just putting things on a website. We show you what you need to do to get you up and running. And then we take your product and we test it out in the markets there. Then we slowly start promoting you on social media. And we start getting you a following. People who never thought they would sell, started selling on Halal Street. And I'm really, really proud of them. I'm not talking about one or two, we got umpteen. Of course, there are people who don't sell also. But when you go to their own website, you see, the quality is very, very low. We help you on the digital front about SEO and copywriting. But more importantly, we tell you about product packaging. What you need to do to product package it. We also have a B2B platform. Sekarang B2C. So if you have a product, katakan kamu ada serunding, nak jual serunding sekarang. We will do an assessment of your product. We do assessment. We tell you what you need to change. And then we help you sell the product, advertise the product and sell it in the UK. And if you get a big order, we arrange for it to be B2B, business to business, because otherwise it's small amounts. So you don't suffer as a vendor selling half pallet, one pallet, consignment order. Bila duit nak masuk? No. You slowly develop your market kerana orang belum lagi kenal. Anybody who tells you, we can go, we can take on the market, we can sell. This is not China. It's different. It's different. It's got fantastic potential, but you have to introduce it in a responsible manner to sell. These are some of the things we've done. This was the orangutan. Kenapa orangutan? Kerana orangutan ni, ramai orang, the first thing when they think of Malaysia, they think of the orangutan. And it attracts people and makes them think about Malaysia. In fact, if you go to the Malaysian embassy, you will see a orangutan sitting on a trishaw inside the embassy. It's not real. We have spent a lot of time working with the Malaysian government and the various bodies like Martrade and the Malaysian High Commission, and they've been very supportive, very, very supportive of Halal Street and introducing Malaysian halal products in the UK. That's what we want to do because that's a huge market for us. And we are committed and dedicated and passionate about doing what we're doing. Mat Dan, if you look at one of the smaller pictures on the right-hand side, is Mat Dan. Mat Dan is quite popular in Malaysia. Mat Dan lives not too far from, well, he's about an hour and a half from where I live. I think he's in the UK now. And Mat Dan came to join us. And I asked Mat Dan, how did you come to Malaysia? He said, Simon, I didn't know there was a Malaysia. I was in Thailand. I was on holiday in Thailand. They said, why don't you go to a nice beach across the border? He says, why do I have, what country is there? It's Malaysia. And a lot of people get shocked. He said, in Malaysia, people get shocked. Surely tak dia lah. Dia orang tahu siapa kita. Mana dia tak tahu? Selalu keluar dekat news. No, Malaysia doesn't ever appear in the news. Let me tell you, not for 1MDB, not for the, it's a shock. It's a shock. I know, I'm sorry, but I have to be real. We need to have good stories about our food. Look at Japan, how they sold their products. They use food. Korea, they use K-pop and then started with Korean food. Everywhere you go now, Korean food, Korean food. Why are you eating Korean food? Sometimes people, sedap lah. Yelah, makanan Malaysia pun sedap kan? So why aren't we selling our products in Korea? Because Korea dedicated 1% of their GDP towards selling Korean culture and food overseas. And this is what we are doing through Halal Street in the UK. We are selling food and Malaysian culture in the UK. So the next time somebody there thinks about Malaysia, they will think about the food and our culture. Basically, these are the processes. They're no different from any other e-commerce site. It's very much like eBay or we've got two, B2C and B2B. The customers come in, they either come in through O Malaysia, which is our new channel, or Halal Street, the website. O Malaysia is a food and culture hub to introduce, to create awareness. And Halal Street is plugged in to O Malaysia. It is the online shop for O Malaysia. So O Malaysia is all about culture, about food, about interviews, about videos, about Malaysian restaurants in the UK. Tetapi kalau kamu nak beli makanan Malaysia, terus boleh juga. Online shop ada. And that's Halal Street. So the order goes directly to the vendor immediately. We send a courier to pick up the product. You don't need to send it to us. We'll pick it up from you. We'll bring it back to the office. We'll repack it and we send it off to the UK, door to door. So all you got to do is pack your product up for us. When the courier comes, they'll take it. Do you pay for shipping? No, you don't. You don't pay for shipping. The customer pays for it. Orang boleh tunggu ke? Of course they'll wait. It's 4 days. Shipping tak mahal ke? No, it's not. We've got some excellent shipping companies. You see, to send something in the UK, anything, within the UK, dalam UK, is about between £7 to £9. £7 to £9. To send something from Malaysia to the UK is £11. It's not a lot. Very doable. But we spend 3 years looking for the right partners to work with to do shipping. We have learned so many lessons about moving our products from Malaysia to the UK. I'm very fortunate. Saya kenal cara buat bisnes di Malaysia dan saya faham macam mana kita nak buat bisnes di UK juga. So if you want to join Halal Street, you'll probably be talking to Hyrule at some point. You just register and they ask you for some documents, you create an account, you upload your products. We help you through the whole process. But we do an assessment of your product. If your product's not ready, we'll help you get it ready. And we understand cost is an issue. We want to do this for us. We use, you see, the government, because it has the NESR and the National Trade Blueprint, have got strategic thrusts. I think there are 8 strategic thrusts, and out of 3 of them, export is massive. So the government is got a lot of funds available for you to elevate your product so that you can export it overseas. And one of the things that we're doing for the vendors, one of the really interesting things, is that next year we will be bringing vendors down to the UK. We'll be bringing some of our vendors down to the UK for you to participate, for you to explain to the customers who come to your kiosk or stall or booth, talk about your product. And not to the Malaysians, I'm sure some Malaysians will come, but talk about your product, because people want to hear your story. Bila kamu berada di UK, kamu adalah exotic, dan produk kamu juga adalah exotic. Ini susah nak diterima, tapi kami adalah Hawaiian di UK. In this little picture, I'm not sure if you can see, next to the orangutan on the right-hand side, there's a lady with a black hijab, and that is Puan Nur Faiza from Matrade, who came to help us to sell Malaysian products. To sell, we sold out in one day. There were thousands of customers there. So next year, we've got a lot of activities being planned to introduce Malaysian products, and the best people to introduce it sometimes is the vendor themselves. We'll bring the vendor over, and you talk to the people. We'll tell you about the cultural issues and what to say, what not to say. We'll help you with that. But you know what? People want to hear your story, how you started your product. Is it your grandmother's recipe, or is it a family business? They want to hear your story. That's more important. So basically, this is a summary of our services. We give you advice about your product. We give you very low cost shipping. You don't pay for it, by the way. The customer pays for it. You don't pay for anything. Customs, we handle customs. Once in a while, saya rasa macam 1 dalam 100 mungkin ada masalah, tetapi it's a very low number. And we do it door to door, delivery, from your door to the customer's door. Every single day, orders are going out from Malaysia. We're in partnership, Halal Street is partnership with a lot of companies, and this number will grow and grow and grow and grow. We're very excited about it. Every day is a learning cycle for us, and we share all our learnings with our vendors. We're coming up with a newsletter very soon for vendors to teach them and to show them what to do, what not to do. And we talk to you. We help. That's what we do. Our channels of distribution, festivals, through Malaysia, of course. Malaysia.com is our premium flagship service in the UK currently, that introduces culture and food, and Halal Street is part of Malaysia. We've got supermarket chains that are interested in working with us, and we've got curated events coming up. So there's lots and lots of activity happening, and we want vendors to come down and join us, to participate, to be part of it, because it's important that you be involved in your product and how your product is perceived by someone overseas who might become your faithful customer. There are films, there are TV shows in the UK about cocoa, cocoa, cocoa for chocolate and all that. But they don't focus on the cocoa. They focus on the story. Macam mana? Siapa yang menanam cocoa tu? Apakah kesusahan yang dihadapi oleh planter, the petani itu? It's all about the story behind your product. If you have a good story and you've got a good product, then they are going to love you. Some of our, we've got hundreds of brands, but this is just some of them. These are categories we have. You can go to Halal Street and have a look at it, or you can go to Old Malaysia and look for the online shop and find your way from there. One of the things that people haven't realized is that it's very hard to find vitamins or Islamic educational books or sweets or beauty products, halal beauty products in the UK. These are things that are needed. We can do our part, but we can't do everything for you. You need to help us with videos and create content so that we can send people to you for them to understand. Oh, tapi, language is a problem. It's not a problem. People understand. They want products from Malaysia, but we have to do our part before we can start selling them. You've got to make them. You've got to tingkatkan quality dan branding. Ada seorang yang datang kepada saya yang nak jual serunding, cantik sangat paket, tetapi there was no tarik sebelum, the expiry date. Dan bila saya cuba, ada macam batu klike dalam dia. We can't do that. You've got to have quality products as well. Price, place, promotion, product. And I believe we're at the end. Now, is Jaya around? Jaya?
I'm here. I'm still here.
Yeah. Hopefully that was a little interesting. Hopefully that's a little
Very
interesting.
good and very enlightening. What you call this session? I think we have a lot of questions. Probably we can pick up some questions now.
Yeah, I'd love Hyrule.
We can stop sharing, Simon. We can just.
Yep, absolutely. Let me figure
now.
this out. Yeah, I'd love
so
Hyrule
for those
to
who
share.
have questions, please post it here at our question slides here, and yeah, we also will share the questions with you guys later. So sorry, the position slides. So probably we can start with the first one, Simon. There's one question from Mr. Adam. They're asking about how the Copetra can be in the circle to market their products in Halal Street. I think that one we explained just now, right? You did told the process and how to go step-by-step processes. Right. Second, Teresa actually posted questions. Probably you can start the first one. How does BRC and FSSC certification assist Malaysian products in UK? Which certificate is well recognized in UK?
Right. I'd love for Hyrule to join me on this to help answer some of the questions. Would that be all right?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Hyrule, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, wonderful. You wanna handle the first one, and I'll chime in. So you get two for the price of one.
Okay, Ken, I jawab untuk number first untuk Copetro. Copetro ni I kenal, I think daripada Koperasi Petronas. Okay, macam mana nak pasarkan produk dalam kami punya platform di UK? Senang saja, mudah. I can share satu link untuk register to our platform, and don't worry about the cost because I rasa ramai dekat sini. Actually, Mr. Simon, since daripada start tadi, lot of question yang tanya dekat bahagian chat actually. So I rasa semua excited untuk join to our platform, and one more thing I nak bagi tahu, don't need to worry about the cost because untuk join to our platform, kita ada bantuan atau program yang akan bantu anda untuk join dan pasarkan produk anda ke UK. Okay, untuk ni nanti I akan share link untuk Encik Adam Kelly untuk register to our platform. Actually boleh pergi juga kepada kami punya website halalstreet.co.uk, boleh pergi ke bawah tu register sebagai vendor. Mudah saja.
I would add that Hyrule's amazing and he's very, very, very helpful along with the team. Come by the office, drop by the office, come and meet them, and see what they're doing and how they're doing their work, all the way from social media to liaising with the government down to dealing with the customers in the UK.
All right, Simon, the second question just now by Teresa just now is about the certification. Would you be able to answer that? This certification is actually recognized, well accepted in UK, which is the first one is the BRC or FSSC.
As I understand it, they're British certificates, and they would deal more when you're going into like supermarkets, the bigger supermarkets. To be very honest, we haven't had too many of our vendors move into that area because for two reasons. One is the cost, and the second thing is if there's no going into a supermarket will not guarantee you a sale. So my advice is always, if you're going to sell your product in the UK, start off small, develop a small following. Start small. It's going to take time. It will take time, but it's a great journey. As long as you meet the requirements from the FSA and even the EU requirements, the EU guidelines on what to state on your product, on a consumer basis, you can sell it. But when you decide to go into the supermarkets, you're going to need some of the BRC requirements on your product.
Different venues with different certification requirements.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Right, next one is from Fizzle. Yeah, so you're asking about the data analysis on the frozen food such as rendang, curry, and all that in UK.
I can find this out for you, but we haven't moved into the frozen food because we've been so busy in the other areas. This is something we're looking at for next year because we're getting more and more requests, and also because of the supermarket that we're dealing with wants more frozen food. So stay tuned, join us, get our newsletter, and as I understand it from speaking to the other companies in the UK, the cost of transport in the UK for frozen food is very high. That's part of the challenge, but we still have Oriental supermarkets doing managing to bring in a lot of products from Vietnam, from Thailand, from Indonesia, not Malaysia, not so much Malaysia, because they've had a huge push to get registered with the maritime agencies in the UK. They've got all the qualifications required to bring their products in. So I if you'd like, just drop Hyrule or Jaya your email, and I'll get you some statistics.
Yeah, probably Azul can just put in the chat, and then we can touch base with you guys later. All right, the next question, there is a attendee sending this. They're asking, I'm selling sari kurta locally and also to China, Indonesia, and Philippines. How can I onboard into your platform to sell to UK? And they said their kurta.
I mean, is it a Malaysian? Is it a Malaysian?
Yeah, it's actually
brand?
under the brand of Malaysian. So
right.
The brand name is actually from Malaysia.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. We've done actually very well with the Telukong, strangely enough. People get really excited during Ramadan month. There are two major sale periods for us. Two. Now the whole of England celebrates Christmas. The whole of England, whether you're Hindu, whether everyone has a Christmas tree.
Everybody.
It's not a religious thing. It's Christmas. Everybody has a Christmas tree. Will have a Christmas tree. If you go into the center of my town, it's the town I live in is a small market village, and the shops in there are from 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago. Modern is 1600s is modern for my town. 1600 means that's modern. So it's a really old town, and we have a huge tree. Every small town around has one huge tree. So Christmas is one major celebration, and the second celebration is for us at Halal Street, it's Ramadan. And during Ramadan, whoa, you should see the sales. Boom, 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 boom. People are selling. So Telukongs are a big seller, but Malaysian fashion hasn't become more introduced yet. We haven't introduced enough of Malaysian fashion. Now for kurtas and saris, the market is going to be different. It's going to be like East London, Birmingham, and I know you know all this already. And it's a very, very competitive market. So unless you've got some extremely competitive pricing, it's going to be hard to push into that market. Yeah.
Right. Okay, next question is from Teresa just now. She's asking about what's the overall outlook for snacks industry in UK? How do we have any? Do you have any successful brand that which you can existing from Malaysia doing great? Maybe some success stories. I think.
Yeah. We do have some successful Malaysian brands selling, but it's not exactly sweets. We are finding trouble to find sweets. We're absolutely finding it difficult. A few things. First, nobody has ever tasted this amazing flavor called pandan. People don't know what it is. When they eat pandan, they go, "Whoa, what's this?" Say it's a leaf. No, it's too nice. No, seriously, it's just a leaf. No, it must be a fruit. Okay, it's a fruit, whatever. It's a leaf. They find pandan so interesting. Second, low sugar. If Malaysia can have low sugar or use gula melaka for the low glycemic index, British people are extremely nutritionally conscious. They will look at your nutritional information immediately, and we'll help you do that. We'll show you how to get it done. We'll show you how to get your nutritional information done at almost at very low cost. So if you've got a Malaysian sweet that's low in glycemic index, has a flavor that nobody else has, and is halal, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to be able to promote you. Yeah, come and talk to us.
All right, I think there's one question just now posted by Rohini in the chat. I'm not sure Hairul picked that up or not. He's asking about explain the terms of the shipment procedure when there's an order placement from the customer in UK. I think Hairul, can you answer that?
Okay, untuk term untuk shipment, okay, berbezanya Halal Street ni berbezanya dengan kami another platform. Okay, untuk join to our platform, our vendor atau usahawan no need to worry about the shipment. Actually tak perlu fikir langsung pasal shipment. Untuk join to our platform, vendor just perlu risaukan macam mana nak packing produk dia. Once dapat order, vendor just packing product, and then our staff di office akan arrangekan courier untuk ambil barang tersebut atau produk di tempat dia, and then shipment, custom, duty, semua benda kami uruskan untuk vendor. Berbezanya kami dengan another platform. And then one more thing, I ada baca question yang banyak tadi juga, dia yang beritahu macam mana untuk hantar secara satu-satu, adakah susah? So kami di Halal Street menerima order daripada customer di UK secara satu. Tak kisah kalau customer tu order sambal satu botol saja, kami still akan hantar tanpa kumpul order tu. Kita akan hantar secara consignment satu-satu. Okay.
You provide the last mile delivery as well, kan?
There was a gentleman there who said he's got good, gula melaka in his products, and these are the things people want to hear. What we take for granted in Malaysia become health benefits to someone overseas, and that becomes the sticker. A low GI sugar contains low GI sugar, or of course they won't understand gula melaka. In fact, our ambassador, one of the products he enjoys is I don't know if you know Hang Tuah coffee.
Hang Tuah coffee, yes, I know.
Oh yeah, he loves that. He loves that. So we make sure all these things are available. There are lots of companies that make kueh for 1 week and make sweets for another day. We are about creating consistency, reliability, and repeatability.
Right.
Repeatability of sales, not just sending half a a pallet and thinking, okay lah. It's almost like gambling. I hope they like it. I hope they like it. And then nothing happens. No. Let's do it carefully, slowly, grow it. And you know what? People love you then. Even if you get 100 people in the UK loving your product, can you imagine they're your faithful customers after that? Jay, I want to say that bow tie really rocks.
Thank you, man. Anyway, I think it's already 4:15 here in Malaysia, Simon. I think I mean, I really thank our audience today. They did stay put from more than an hour. It's supposed to end at 4. I think it's 4:15. Thank you very much, guys. We really appreciate you guys. I know those who are in Kuala Lumpur, I know it's your special holiday, and yet you just joined us today. And yeah, thank you very much, Simon, for the session.
Just one last thing. I just want to add that we're doing this winter carnival. We're doing a winter carnival where MDEC is working with us. Now, how it works is any orders that come in, the customers will get a voucher, so they'll buy even more products. So MDEC is really going out of its way to work with us, and I'm really thankful for that. So customers now get cheaper products sent to them, or maybe the cost of shipping can be discounted, or the cost of the product, one thing or another. We'll find out where the pain point is. We do the research for you. We are invested in your product as much as you probably invested on a crazy scale, but we're invested to try to get your product introduced. But we need your help as well. So come talk to us. You'd be surprised how small the companies are and how large the companies are that work with us. We love passionate people. We love people who have great products, and let us introduce Malaysia to Europe, to the UK. Exactly.
Good, Simon. Yeah, just want to add also, Simon, I think, of course, MDEC is giving funding for this Winter Carnival. We really hope this will be very, very successful, because more plans to come in 2022. If this is successful, more collaboration with Halal UK that we can work on. So the merchants out there, please come on board and expand your horizon to UK, and we see how we can actually work together to extend your business and also to extend your e-presence in UK. That's very, very important. I think selling 1 piece or 1 kilogram of something is actually it's a big deal. It's a Malaysian product, a homegrown product selling in UK. Something's very big, especially
exotic.
Right?
We are all exotic.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much again. Stay safe, and I think it's right that I wish happy weekend to everybody, especially those in KL. This long weekend for you guys. So we'll stay put with us, and we will hope to see you guys in future webinars, future engagements. And for those merchants out there, please sign up, and we will see you guys soon in future webinars. Thank you very much. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Hairul, and also thank you our Suki out there who's actually hosting this from home. Thank you very much, guys. Hope to see you guys soon. And happy winter and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and it's going to be a halal Christmas for all of you in UK. All right, guys. Bye. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye. Thanks, Jaya.
Bye.
Bye.